Good morning, gentlemen. Joshua here from Unboxable Kings, and I'm just about to take a wee little sip from this wonderful fresh coffee. It's cortado, hand pumped by the wife, with local milk, raw. Good beverage, that. Highly recommend taking extra effort to brew a really good coffee for yourself. You deserve it. And maybe how you do one thing is how you do everything. In this video, I want to talk about being a make money online guru, because it's a large part of who I am, who I have been, and it's also a career path that I seemingly fell into about 6 years ago. And it's an interesting career path for, I think, obvious reasons, or at least it's obvious to me because I'm in the industry. But obviously, even just that term, make money online guru, probably comes with some alarm bells. And there's definitely plenty of them out there right nowadays. Selling you the dream, baby. 7 figures in a day, honey. You know, a lot of that. But firstly, let's address why is there so many, or why are there so many make money online gurus? And then I'll talk on my approach and my story of how I got into it. But why are there so many, especially for men specifically in an age range of between 24 and 38? Why is it so appealing, and why are there so many make money online gurus? It's because if you can make money online legitimately, your life, and it flows. I'm not talking about making 30 bucks. I'm talking about real internet money. It means that you have a flow of fiat currency that's uncapped, not tied to any location in the world, infinitely scalable, and it opens up a reality that is just so different to the regular grind of linear income, W-2 taxable viz income, that it's almost hard to believe. That's why I think a lot of the stories do sound unbelievable. But it's popular because a lot of people are looking for it, because it doesn't take, I'm not going to harp on about how, not detrimental, but how frustrating and somewhat suffocating and somewhat boxed in regular jobs, 40 hours a week, linear income can feel. Men want out of that, right? I wanted out of that. And the internet and making money online is a really good way to do that. And it's also popular because, whilst again there are a lot of people doing it in a weird way, it's very fulfilling from a service provider point of view, when you really do see somebody go from disempowered, working a job they don't like, making peanuts, to upskilling them, re-empowering them, giving them different tools which they use to create a business that resonates with them, and then all of a sudden they're making like 4.5 times more than what they were before. They quit that job and spend more time with their families, etc., etc. That's really fulfilling to know that you were a part of that journey for them. So there's a big demand, there's a good feeling on it, and that's why a lot of people do it. So how did I get into it? Well, it's because coffee-related story. I was once living in Scotland, and I was working a minimum wage job, about £4.70 an hour, like £6 an hour, making coffees or training to be a barista. I was like 24, and I was like, what the hell is this? This is terrible. This is such a bad life. How am I ever going to get out from underneath this? What's going to have to change? And I went to university. I did all good boy shit. I didn't see like there was many options, and then somebody introduced me to the concept of making money online, and I was like, man, that ticks a lot of boxes, that seems smart. And then followed that, and for the following 4 years really just got scammed a lot, got deceived a lot, had my expectations raised and then not met a lot. Because it's an easy sell to a dude that's in a position where he's ready to go all in on something, he's ready to invest and devote. You can kind of tell him that it's going to go really well, and if the results don't go his way, you can say it was him, etc., etc. So I kind of got misled a lot, but I stayed persistent because I knew there was no other path. And then after that initial period of getting tossed around, I came across new mentors that actually cared about me, and they were also doing online business in a very ethical way, and their lives were like, whoa, cool. So I invested into them, and they taught me how to, essentially calling it make money online, but really it's how to be of service online, how to provide a service to people through the internet, in exchange for fiat currency. They showed me how to build offers. They showed me the systems. And then from there, I actually started to make real money, where I was like, whoa, this is a salary in a week kind of money. And I was like, this is going to be my life's going to be very different from now, because not only was that happening, but my clients were like referring their friends, and their friends were referring their friends, and it was like this beautiful ripple, because it was service driven, right? They were getting the results that they paid for. I was delivering the results through my methodologies that I'd been taught and then practiced, and life was like really good, you know. So I was called to share that, took on clients, and this is like 3 years ago. And then life led me a slightly different way, where I got a bit disenfranchised with the make money online thing, and I tried to make money doing business in the quote-unquote 3D real world, local businesses, and man, I ground that out for like 18 months, and it was just so difficult, and I was like, why am I doing this? And I went back to the internet thing, and was like, man, I should never have left. So I'm a big advocate for it, because I know what it can create, I know what it can unlock, and I know that if you do it in a way where you are literally just service driven, you have a very simple but effective automated infrastructure, and then plug your interests and skill sets into that, you create an ecosystem that fruits fiat currency untapped. It creates a series of transformed clients that are so buzzing. That's what I buzz off now, more than obviously I love it when clients send me just made X deal signed, but what I love more than that, and I just had one 9 minutes before this coffee, was a client sending a transformational story from one of his clients, and I'm like, what a start to a Monday, and I want more of that in the world, because everybody wins, you know. So for a long time I've iterated my offer of how to give this to people. I've had good offers. I've had offers where I've charged high ticket $8,000 to $12,000 for this service, and it hasn't gone well, and then I've gone away into the lab to figure it out. That is something I've always been okay to do, is iterate to find what works and what the marketplace wants, what I can back up, what I can really show, and what works best for everybody. And for a long time, the stumbling block was, how do I make it fair to where they invest in my education and knowledge, but then also get the tools and the actual systems that you need. And for a long time that was difficult, because they were paying me for education that really I wanted to give them for free, because I don't believe that I actually have all the right answers as a make money online guru. I probably shouldn't I? But over time I've realised I don't. I've realised I have good principles and a lot of experience now, but the methodology I've noticed that's worked best is, rather than people pay me for my education and knowledge, they get that for free. It's actually a lot more effective if you just give them the tools, the direction, and then the independence to pick them up and build for themselves and grow for themselves, is far more effective. It's more sustainable, because I'm not the bottleneck, right? And it's not, the whole success is not predicated on what I think the answer is, because I don't know typically for you. So over time I've iterated down to the model that I'm using now, and thanks to the upgraded plan that I have with a software company, I can essentially just rent you the digital tools, landing pages, email, SMS, video hosting, funnels, blogs, traffic generation, ads, all of the tools that you need, and then give you the foundational understanding of how to use them all, guide you through to put it all together, but then empower you to do it yourself. I just can rent you the tools and give you all of that as a rolled in price, which is a solution I've been looking for at least 4 years, and I've found it now. Last week I was like, oh, what, and I was like, oh, I've got to share this with everybody I know, because my results are good. I know that my results are genuine with clients, of like how much they've made and how long it's taken. And you know, the classic make money guru thing is like, this is not a get rich quick scheme. And I'm like, well, mine is a get rich quick scheme, as long as we are on the same page about what rich and quick mean. Because to me, rich is when your monthly recurring revenue is double your monthly expenses. So if you are expending $5,000 a month, you have $10,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue. If that is not rich to you, I don't know. I'm struggling. I struggle to help you. I'm not your guy. Go find somebody that's going to make a gazillion. Because having that on recurring, and you just keep your expenses there, and obviously you can change and grow, and it doesn't have to cap at that. It doesn't have to cap at double. You can scale it all the way up to as much as you want. But that to me is rich. In this world as it is now, if you unlock that, I know that life isn't going to be the same. So that's what rich is. And then quick to me is that, like, if you can't give 2 to 5 years to this project, it's probably not for you, right? Probably just go do your W2 and scale the fucking 2% salary grind. I don't know. Because in my opinion, that's obvious. I've been at this 7 years and it's gone so fast. But really, I wouldn't actually set you up for that time frame. I'd think that I've got coffee throat now. That's the only caveat to drinking coffee. I would set it up to think more like 2 years max, and really getting up to that 2x monthly recurring. It can be done in a year. It can be done in less if you're focused, and depending on where you're already at skill wise, maybe it's just the empowerment you need or whatnot. But it can happen that fast. So if that's a get rich quick scheme, A, sign me up definitely, and B, sign you up if you're ready. And if you are, the 2 deals, it's the same offer, but the 2 deals that I'm doing right now are, I will rent to you, this is the first option, I will rent to you the tools at a discounted market price, and you get access to my education and certain office hours and certain levels of community. This is kind of like the done for yourself model, but you access it at a monthly rate that is you couldn't find anywhere else on the internet, and you get those benefits. But if you are ready, and this is what I would suggest doing anyway, because monthly recurring is easier to jump out of, and from what I've seen in the past, if you get in 3 months and it's like challenging, you can be like, oh, maybe I'll go, I don't know, but do something else, you can leave. You don't commit as much. So for those ready to commit, if you sign up for a year of tool rental, so you're not paying me for my education or support or guidance, I am just renting you the system. If you pay a year in full, I'll give you 20% discount on the rental price and guarantee that I will work with you until that system generates $10,000 in revenue. So I'm guaranteeing the reward, and if that doesn't happen, you just continue to rent the tools for free. Really ad infinite, because if I can't get you to that point, why would you rent the tools from me? Go find somebody else, to be honest. And then obviously they're the 2 offers, and if you do need to have more skin in the game, you'll find your way to that. But I'm excited about this because this is a setup for a long time where you are completely in control, fully empowered, and I am not the bottleneck or the source of your results. That's important. So that's my overview of being a make money online guru. I really love the work. I love the outcome. I love seeing dudes tapped into their service. I love it when they're like, oh, so I can do this, and then I just put that there, and on the other end, money comes out and everybody happy. I love sharing that. Amazing. And I love the life that it can build, because you can go anywhere. 2x monthly, you can go anywhere, do anything, be who you are. It's kind of like low-key fuck you money in this day and age, if you think about that. So, thank you for listening. I'm going to take this last sip, enjoy this with you. And it's Monday roll call, meaning I'm checking in with everybody on the program. We do this multiple times a week, but this is Monday morning. Checked in with you first, just to make sure that you're on track and make sure everything's ticking along and good stuff's happening. Thank you very much for watching. If you do want to apply, follow the link in the description below. It's going to be an inquiry email address, because I'm testing that as a system for now. I may go back to automated funnel, but for now I want to do email inbound inquiries to see who really is sensible, because I haven't got time to be filtering through. I don't have time with this part of my life. I don't have time to be filtering through people who are on the fence or worried about investing this amount into their future, because I don't know. I just think it's mad. It's a great deal. So yeah, I don't have time for that. So email inquiry for now, and we'll go from there. But this has been 15 minutes. I've been Joshua. This has been Unboxable Kings, and I encourage you to live free as the king you are meant to be. And I'll see you next time. Much love. Peace.